Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Tuesday AMA. For the people in the United States, hope you guys had a good long weekend. For the people outside of the United States, I'm sure you guys had a great weekend as well. So, regardless, now that we got that out of the way, I can let you guys know that the plan is in motion at this point. Things are looking good. I have some updates for everybody today, so I'll go ahead and do that and get that out of off the table. But let's start with the first update. Um, we've been talking well, today specifically, Max and myself, we spoke with 6 or 7 big time people in the space, and 2 of which were based off your guys' recommendations from our last AMA or the AMA before that. So we got in touch with some of those people that you guys had recommended in terms of the guys who kind of like helped push Pepe and some of the other high profile tokens that are trendy right now. So we got in touch with those agencies. Things are looking promising. It looks like we're going to be getting things in motion on that end. But since it is a stealth launch, we have not shared with anybody, not even the agencies, what the name of the token is, what the supply is, the launch date, the launch time, all that good stuff. It's still under wraps. It's still going to be completely stealth. Now, we are going to have an anti-bot. Sorry, hold on. Let me turn this notifications off on my phone. We are going to have an anti-bot, but if one of you guys or some of you guys or whatever are able to identify it on live new pairs, I mean, that may be an option. So if like anybody in the future asks like, oh, how did certain people buy on whatever time, like more than likely you're looking at live new pairs, because like if you go on live new pairs right now and you see a token launching immediately off the bat, there's at least a few people that are buying it, right? So if you want to gamble and try to guess which one our project is, be our guest. But what I can tell you is there's no way you're gonna guess it, man. It's completely different than anything we've ever done. It's gonna be very special, guys. So I'm excited. I'm super excited, and I think we got a pretty big week ahead of us. I can tell you guys this as well. Uh, don't lose sleep this few days. We're not launching today. We're not launching tomorrow. We're not going to launch the following day. Get some rest. We'll let you guys know when to start paying attention. I won't tell you guys the exact date or time, but I will tell you guys to start paying attention. So I will do that. I will do that for our community. So I'm not gonna. I don't want to deal with anybody saying like, oh, like I wasn't aware, I wasn't awake, I was busy, or this or that. I'll give you guys some sort of heads up to start paying attention. It might be just as bland as that, but it's better than nothing, guys. So I will do that. But other than that, Roof was actually a part of one of the conversations that we had with one of the Pepe guys, and I mean, how'd that feel for you, Roof? That was your first time ever in a big time call with us like that. So what do
Yeah,
you think?
bro.
Like, were you did you feel like any type of way out of that, or were you ever in a call like that before in your life?
I mean, that was a. I wasn't really in a call like that before. Obviously in real life, yeah, I've been in meetings and all that kind of stuff. But like with ShibaDoge, it was the first man going into a meeting with you guys. Enjoyed it,
Yeah, so that was
informative,
cool.
and it was yeah, it was something different, man. Like I don't want to FOMO these guys, man. I don't want to say too much. You know what I mean? These guys are gonna go crazy. But it was
No, I mean
productive.
there's nothing to hide. Like there's no trade secrets that we talked about. I didn't even mention the name of the project in there, so you don't even know what it is.
Nah, I don't know.
The agency has no
Yeah,
idea. Yeah, nobody knows, bro. We're doing this
yeah.
as legit as it gets. You
I
guys
don't.
know us.
Yeah, I don't know any dates or any times or what the token is, what the supply is, or percentage, nothing, bro. Like all I know is that the call was productive. You know, there was a plan put in place. Um, there was information given, like how other projects done their launches and how they were successful, and like it was a lot of information like to take in, you know. And I think with that information, we're like we're ready to go, man. Like that, it's gonna be big, bro. It's gonna be big, man. That's what I
Yeah,
want to say.
it's definitely going to be fun. It's definitely going to be fun, and I think for it being the first project coming off of our launchpad, we really have no choice but to make it as successful as we possibly can, right? Or at least try to make it as successful as we possibly can,
Yeah.
because we want the future of the launchpad and we want the society and everything to build off of this. So we have no choice. We have absolutely no choice but to give it our all, and I think it's going to be something that excuse me. I feel like my throat is getting really itchy for some reason, man. There's something going around in the air or some shit. I don't know.
It's the new variant of COVID.
Man, yeah, no, I don't feel like I'm getting sick, but my throat is itchy, and this has not happened to me in a long time. So, Dr. Fauci, I'm driving straight to your house. I'm gonna beat your ass, dude. Like, come on, man. What's going on with this shit? Oh man. But yeah, realistically, guys, like we have. Here's another update. The contract is pretty much fully complete. We're running it through right now an intensive. What did our dev call it? I don't know exactly what he called it. He used a big word, and I'm not good with big words, but an intensive stress test or whatever the heck he called it. So we're running it through that, which means that we're simulating every possible scenario that can happen or will happen, and we're pretty much putting it through the test to make sure that it passes all of those stipulations and checks out on everything. Contract looks good. We checked it out on different audit websites and everything. So the pre-audited stuff looks good. We are going to get a token audit probably from Certik or a different auditor down the line as well after the launch, just because I know like people want to see that kind of stuff. So we'll do it, even though it's unnecessary money to be spent. I think Certik charges like 25 or 30 grand to do an audit, but I mean, whatever, we'll figure that out. What else? What else did I need to update you guys on this end? That's pretty much it. I mean, in terms of like what I can share, that's pretty much it. I think we have some more updates coming with like the ShibaDoge side of things, probably towards the end of the month. We are working on a few different things that we want to pretty much present to you guys towards the end of the month. And I think that'll be good too, because we'll have an audience of people from the new launch as well. That'll kind of like funnel into when we announce for ShibaDoge as well. So yeah, I mean, it's all gonna work hand in hand. Right now, the way that we want to do the pre-launch marketing, Max is working on a strategy for like a stealth pre-launch strategy, which is going to be kind of like, I'm calling it flimsy, is because we don't want to like go crazy pre-launch, because we do want to keep the stealth aspect of it. But what you can do, like you could tell your friends, you could tell your other group members with Telegram channels, like you could tell, those types of people. And trust me, you're not taking away from yourself by doing that. Because I've been reading the chat. Some people are like, oh, like, let's keep it completely, totally a secret so we don't compete amongst each other, and this and that. Sure, I get that point, but realistically, the way that these token stuff, the snowball effect starts is it needs to start day one, right? So realistically, like once we go live and once we announce that, hey, this is the token, this is what it is, this is it in its full glory. Immediate marketing, like bada bing, bada boom, like immediate marketing. We're gonna have a buy bot set up in, I believe, 50 different call channels. So anytime a buy comes in on the new project, or even any of our projects, actually, it will be reported in a buy bot, just like how our Telegram is going to have a buy bot reporting all the buys. that same buy bot is going to be in 50 different call channels, pretty popular ones. And that's huge because it's one thing to just call out a project, right? It's one thing to say like, hey, this project launched, go check it out. It's another thing when they call it out and then all day for the rest of the day and the rest of the next day and the day after that, you're seeing like nothing but buys coming in. You're like, what the heck? What's going on here? Let me go buy this. Everybody and their mom is buying it. So that's another crazy strategy that we got set up. It's proprietary. There's only one guy in all of Telegram that handles all of that and can pull something like that off. Just had a meeting with him, got it all set up. So that's going to be a good thing for us to have right on launch day. I think the narrative of what we're bringing to the table is going to be so fresh and so new that it's going to give people like a sigh of, like a breath of fresh air, where they're like, hey, perfect. Not another 2.0, not another Pepe derivative, not another Harry Potter that everybody's doing, not another X or whatever that everybody's been doing recently, right? It's a completely new trend, and whether we start a new trend or not, it doesn't matter. I personally think we are going to start a new trend, just like how we started a trend with ShibaDoge, and everybody started doing the hybrid stuff. I think we're going to start a new trend with this as well. Max pretty much thinks the same thing, and usually whatever Max thinks, something like that, it usually comes true. He's obviously been a little bit quiet recently, but he comes out of the woodworks when there's big things happening, right? So he was actually part of the call today with those Pepe guys, with myself, and Roof was there as well. So we got some big things in the pipeline, guys. Now it's just a matter of continuously talking to people like we've been doing all day today. I have a bunch more calls set up tomorrow. I have a bunch more calls set up the next day. Pretty much bringing everybody and their mom on board, because post-launch marketing is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be everywhere. And when I'm saying that, I'm not just saying it to say it. Like, we're literally going to be everywhere, to a point where you can't look somewhere and us not be there. We're trending everywhere on Twitter, trending everywhere on Telegram, trending everywhere on, I don't know, Tinder, whatever else. Swipe left if you're a match. I don't know, but
yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, the
Yeah.
community as well, bro. The community need to be behind pushing it as well. Like, you can do all the
100%.
marketing, but if the community isn't pushing it, bro, like all that marketing, yeah, it's all good, you know, but community is the number one utility, right? Like,
100%.
they
I
have
can't
to
stress
push
that
it.
enough. Like, I can't stress that enough. When things hit the fan already, and the plan is in motion and the launch is live, we're going to need all hands on deck. Not to say that like the new people who come in are not going to help. They are going to help, because realistically, like, those people are the ones who like shill for their bag the hardest,
Yeah.
right? At least from my experience.
Yeah.
Those are the guys who try the hardest. But realistically, look, we got 15,675 members in here. How many of them are active? I could tell you if I go into the statistics of the Telegram channel, but I know all 15,000 are not active people, right? Maybe they might check their Telegram once a month. Some of them check it once a week. Some of them once a day. And some of them might not even open our channel for weeks on end. You never know. But I know for sure there's at least 3,000 to 4,000 people, at least last time I checked, that every weekly, they unique people that look at the channel, read the channel. Maybe they don't type, but they're aware. They're checking it out. They're seeing what's up. They're reading the pinned messages. They're reading everything else, right? So there are eyes. There are for sure eyes. So realistically, out of the 3,000 people that are like consistently active, even if 1,000 of them were consistently just like on board to just shill nonstop, well, not nonstop, but just like help with the marketing when it comes to community marketing, I think that's literally more than enough to make it pop, because it's a snowball effect. If you shill, the next guy shills, tells 3 of his friends, they start shilling. That guy tells another 2 friends, they start getting involved. And then by the time you know it, you're running everything on Twitter, you're running everything all over the internet, and it's game over. So it's definitely going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be very, very interesting to see how we do this.
And it's the actual buzz from the actual launch that causes, like, for ShibaDoge now, that buzz has died down. So, like, we're going to create a new buzz by launching this token, and they're going to all come in, like you said, chill for their bags, of course. But we need to keep our foot on the gas, and not let go, because we're going to have to do 24/7 Twitter Spaces. We're gonna have to go shill with the chatterbox. I don't know if you're aware of the chatterbox. Basically, once the TG is full, you just basically tell it how many tweets, likes, bookmarks you want the community to do, and community does it. It pauses the chat until it's done. Once it's done, it reopens the chat. All the projects that are successful are using that bot. So I've asked the bot guy to add it into the other TG, stealth launch TG.
Okay.
So
perfect. Did he add it?
I gotta check. I asked him yesterday to add it, and he said he's gonna add it. So I gotta check that. We need that 100%.
Are you gonna add it to ShibaDoge too?
But
TG?
not for our TG right now. I mean, ShibaDoge is some. We're gonna concentrate on the launch, right? So we're using it for the launch, because the people
but realistically, I think we should add it in the ShibaDoge TG too, because we could run it simultaneously, right? So it's like, well, actually no, because it operates off of a certain one Telegram at a time, right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want. Do we want to separate the people that are coming in from the launch into two different TGs? That's the thing. And then he pauses the chat as well.
It'd be nice, it'd be nice to like funnel them into here as well. Find a nice funnel way to bring them into ShibaDoge to introduce them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like in the first 24 hours, first 72 hours of launch, you can't funnel them anywhere other than what they're excited about, right? Even if I tell them like, hey, there's the gold bar or a diamond under your foot, and you look under your foot, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't care. I'm like glued to this Telegram channel right now. I'm not looking anywhere else. So,
I can do it. We can tell them to come into the VC. Obviously, a lot of them are going to fill the VC up, so we'll tell them to come into this VC, right? So move them over here to come into the VC, because the VC will ram up, like how we had every launch. After launch, they're going to start looking, where can I speak? They're going to come in here.
Exactly.
But like for the shilling, like we're shilling the token, right? The new token, right? So we want to push that to the next levels, and like ShibaDoge one, we can put one in there now. But if we was to pause the chat right now, and we was to say we want 50 retweets, 50 likes, 50 bookmarks, how long do you think that chat would be paused, bro? Seriously?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, there isn't enough traffic like in this chat where people type, like it's not like every second. In a new launch, you might get like 2,000 messages a minute, and it floods the entire channel. So even if you pin something, post something, no one's going to be able to read it. So I get it. Yeah.
So as the token, when the token pumps and he obviously retraces, people are going to be chilling and waiting and monitoring it and what have you. And in that time, we can tell them about ShibaDoge burn, NFTs, until we get to. Do you see what I'm saying?
We'll have some events and stuff. Yeah, for sure. We'll have some buy events. We'll have some cool things that we can introduce people to the other projects with, for sure.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. I mean, you guys know what you're doing. You guys are going to create that hype, right? Whatever it is, if it's an exchange or whatever you're going to drop at certain times. I mean, that's what creates that hype, man. It keeps it pushing, And I know you guys are doing all that. I mean, in the background, I know what you're doing. You're getting things lined up. So, for example, just say I'm on Twitter now. I'm doing Roof's just opened the space up. It's the new token name, and I'm in there. Obviously, a lot of shitloads of people have bought it. They're gonna look for the Twitter space. They're gonna come in, and next thing you know, Leo comes from nowhere and just drops a tweet, and he's like, "Hey guys, we got this exchange," or you can even just say, Roof, there's exchange coming, this is it, and I create the hype, bro. I create the hype. I'm not gonna tell them straight away. I'm gonna make them guess. I'm gonna make them wonder. You know what I mean? In that time, can you imagine? They're thinking, "Nah, man, something coming, man. It could be like flipping Binance or something, man. I need to go and buy some more tokens right now." And like the token really pumps at that stage because you're not dropping it straight on them. You're making them think and guess, and it's making them want to buy more, right?
Yeah.
Then you drop it.
Yeah,
Then you drop it.
They work for their bag. They work for their bag then, Bruce.
Because that's sorry.
They'll work for their bag a lot more.
You gotta work for it, but like what I've noticed is that these projects that are do the way they're doing it, they're creating FOMO. They're not just dropping the exchange on people and saying, "Here you go, we got to exchange." No, bro, they create the FOMO. They tell them like we got, like it's not the devs tell, it's not the devs, it's not Julio that's telling them. It's the community telling the community, right?
Yeah. Well, we used to do that when we would announce our ShibaDoge exchanges in the beginning as well. Like
Yeah,
we just put a chat, we pin in the chat, we'd be like, hey, something super exciting, super special that we're gonna announce tonight or on Friday or whatever. And people would start guessing. They'd be like, oh, what is it? I wonder what they're gonna drop, what they're gonna release, and then yeah, it definitely builds a lot of hype.
but imagine voice. Imagine doing it with voice. Some like hearing someone's excitement.
Exactly.
When you
and that's what we're good at. That's what we're good at. I'm best at relaying information and hyping people up through a voice chat, right? Like, I mean,
yeah,
I'm okay with it, through text and stuff too. But realistically, I get along with people much better, and I'm more relatable to people when I get on and talk to them, like, not face to face, but voice to voice. And I think that's a big plus for us, man. That's definitely a big plus.
yeah, bro. I mean, if you go into obviously, I've been out there, I've been in a lot of spaces, I've been getting to know a lot of people. So what would happen in these tokens, the ones that are successful, they'll be talking. There'll be 300-400 people, 100 people, sometimes 200, 300, and at that time the dev releases something or says something bullish, and everyone's like he'll be like, like, hey guys, exchange will be dropped or something, and then the guys in the Twitter space like, yo guys, there's exchange coming, there's something coming, man, this is gonna take us to the next level and it's gonna pump the chart, and next thing you know, the chart's pumping naturally, bro, because people are now going buying because they can feel that maybe this new exchange may pump it, so they go and buy, right? And every Twitter space, there's something going on, there's something the devs are saying that's hyping the community back up, which is what's causing the pumps, on the chart. And and it's the truth. You're not lying. You're like, there is something coming. It's just you're making them wonder, bro, for a while.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's building that. It's leading up to it. It's like the suspense up to it. It's necessary when you're doing it in things like that. I mean, I still do that to today. Like, even though it's like something small, like I'll build up to it sometimes because it just makes it more fun. It makes it much more fun. But yeah, no, it's a simple formula. Like when it comes down to things like that. But realistically, it's the token that we're working on. It's curated. Like we literally built it so it's appealing to exchanges and it's appealing to pretty much those big tier ones. Like that was like when we built this, we were like thinking of it as if we are a tier one exchange, and we're like, okay, would we list this? No, we wouldn't list that. Would we list this? No, we wouldn't list that. Would we list this? Yes, we would list this. Perfect. Okay, let's start building around this. So that's how we kind of like came up with the strategy at first. Was like, hey, all right, let's think of it like a tier one exchange. And realistically, like today when we had the meeting with the dudes who helped push Pepe, like what did they say? They said literally he only works with two projects or three projects at a time. So he's how like, bro, just talking to you guys for a few minutes, like I could already tell you guys already know what's up. Like it's a no-brainer, So it just goes to show you that like 99% of the people that are in this space, they don't know what they're doing. They just put things together and they try to do something. But that 1%, they know what they're doing, and real recognizes real. and it's very straightforward. Like
They were impressed, bro.
our-
They were
our-
impressed by you guys that you took ShibaDoge 250 mil market cap, and that was like on your own, like basically like with
on
the
our own as our first project in a bear market.
in a bear
You
market.
can't
There,
really hate on that.
yeah, he was
Can't hate
impressed.
on that.
Yep, he was impressed with burn, like the amount of the market caps he was reaching on launch and stuff. Like he was impressed
Exactly.
with the
And
team.
I told him straight up I told him where we're good and where we struggled. So
Right.
that's the key. You got to be transparent with what you need, so you know that you're working with the right people to give you what you're missing. And
Yeah.
realistically, if we fill that void of what we're missing, then we'll be able to get through to that next leg. Like for example, with ShibaDoge, we plateaued at 260 million, right? When we got there, and then but if we had that missing piece, then maybe it would have reached 1 billion or 2 billion, or maybe if it was just a bull market, it would have reached 1 or 2 billion maybe. But realistically, also similar scenario with burn, right? I think it reached 100 something million dollars in diluted or non-diluted market cap on literally day one of launch.
Yep.
And then we plateaued because the same missing void. So now it's kind of like we recognize that what that missing void is, and now that we're working to fill it and we're working to progress and make ourselves better, maybe it pushes us to the next level where.
Breaking up, bro. Leo, you're breaking up. Can you guys hear Leo? Or is it just me?
No, we are not able to hear him. He dropped out.
Okay, yeah.
Like a hot potato.
Yeah.
Negative. Sorry, I got disconnected.
He's back.
Back.
Okay, I guess
I got a phone call and it kicked me off the chat. Yeah. You can hear me now?
Yep.
Sounds good? Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. As I was saying, like as we work towards filling those missing voids that we recognize, like, hey, if we had this, maybe we could have done a little bit better, or if we had that, we could have pushed it to the next level, or if we had this, we wouldn't have to spend an extra $200,000-$300,000 to do X, Y, and Z. That really helps out a lot. So now what we're doing is we're trying to fill those voids. We're trying to bring the expertise that we need when it gets past a certain point, right? Because when it gets past to like those $200 million, $200 million market caps, and you're not able to kind of like capitalize on that and keep the snowball rolling and try to go for that billion, it becomes very hard, right? And we've seen it before. But honestly, like, we know what needs to be done, and that's what we're spending the next few days doing, is pretty much getting a strategy and a plan down together to make sure that when and if we reach those stages, we know what needs to be done to kind of help us graduate to the next step.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I mean, you don't want that straight pump either, where it goes to the sky, because it comes down just as fast, So the stealth launch,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the stealth launch. I mean, as the guy said, he prefers a gradual, for it to go gradually up and then come down and then retrace and then shake the jeets out or whatever, and then move on to the next level and move it up in levels, Yep, and that's the best way to do it. We don't want to just shoot to the sky, bro, and then it comes straight down, man. Like then it's like, how do you build that momentum back up, man? It's hard, man. So
yeah, I ideally that's how we want it too, because that's how it happened with ShibaDoge, and it was the complete opposite with Burn. With Burn, it was a straight green candle, like the biggest green candle I ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
But like you said, as fast as it goes up, it goes down just as quick. So
Yeah.
Definitely the stealth launch is the way to go. Like even ShibaDoge was a stealth launch if you really think about it. We just started marketing it like an hour before the launch.
Right.
There was nobody in the Telegram. Like we created a Telegram and started marketing it an hour before the launch. So technically, like stealth launches are, in my opinion, more successful than hyped up launches. So,
Yeah.
and they're more fair, man. To be completely honest with you, they're definitely more fair because it's like, not that it matters, because the people who buy on day 3, day 4, day 5, like they don't care. But like, who it matters for is like the person who's trying to buy in the first hour, the person who's trying to buy in the first minute. You know, like that's what it matters for. But like realistically, like it's a very small portion. Like out of the 30,000 holders that we have on ShibaDoge, what percentage of those were the guys who bought in the first minute? A very, very, very small percentage, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, it's like you build your base off of the people who buy after your marketing starts. So,
Right.
yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. We've learned a lot through the past 2 years.
Yeah, bro.
So, we're
Yeah.
definitely gonna be.
If you look at the stealth launch charts, the majority of the charts, if you look at them, they actually flatline for about a day or two before they take off. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, and a lot of that is because they just like they don't market it even after the stealth launch happens. They don't market it because firstly, you want to make sure that like no bots get in. You want to make sure no snipers get in. You want to make sure like people are like looking at something that's going to be a legit contract. Because if I launch the contract, for example, right now and it's live on net, and then I let everybody know 20 minutes later, hey, this is the project, and then something is wrong with the contract and people already spent all their money or whatever on it, and there's a flaw in the contract or whatever, who's gonna step in and take care of that? Like it's already too late, you know.
Yeah.
So it's better to have it tested, make sure everything is legit, and then boom, just go from there. And there's not going to be no team tokens, so you know we're going to be on the same boat as everybody. We're just going to be buying on the chart just like everybody else is.
Yeah, but like what you notice with the stealth launches that happen, like even after they announce the launch, you know, obviously they keep it quiet, they launch the contract, and next thing you know, they'll be like telling people about it. But even at that stage, it doesn't move. You know, even a lot of people are seeing it. They're just like curious. They're looking at it, a little buy here, a little buy there. Then some trading's going on. So this guy's trading now. Then Jared comes along.
It moves on volume. Yeah, it moves on volume. That's it.
Volume,
it just moves on volume. That's
yeah,
it.
and then all of a sudden, boom, it just goes crazy, right? If you're doing it right, if you're pushing it right, if there's a community starts forming behind it, the dev team start pushing the marketing, that's when you can see the chart starting to go up, and then it just takes off. And with these guys on board, bro, man, like, and you guys, shit, bro,
Yeah,
I don't know.
We might create a monster, man.
Yeah, bro. That's why I don't want to say too much. I want to get in first, then I'll talk. Then I'm going to do more talking. I'm going to do a lot of talking. I'm just not talking much now because these guys have got shitloads of money. These guys are like 5 ETH, bro, 10 ETH, ready, TD. Nah, I'm joking.
Oh, man. But yeah, wow. I think realistically, look, like these are great connections that we're making with people, especially when it comes down to like the tier 1 exchanges. These guys have a foot in the door with tier 1 exchanges. So realistically, like if the volume is there and the market cap is there, we could probably get a tier 1 exchange in the first week, 2 weeks, first month, I don't know, of the launch. And that would be absolutely insane. So
yeah, these guys that you're connected with, right? These guys, like, they know this at which stage that they need to drop which exchange at what stages of the depending on the market cap, right? Which is with your experience, right? And with these guys on board who have done this 100 times before and who don't actually work with many projects, you know, like they're coming to into that meeting and they're like, Like, where have you guys been, man, all these years? Like, like you're the kind of people we want to work with,
Realistically, yeah, because think about it. Like, imagine how many like random people hit them up and it's just wasting their time. And imagine, you have a good connection with a solid group of people, and everybody makes money at that point, right? You're helping them with their connections, their agency, their marketing. They're making money. The communities are making money. The devs are making money. Everybody's making money. Everybody's happy. Once people stop making money, then it becomes like, oh, what the heck? Well, now everyone's mad all of a sudden. So as long as like you keep people happy and you keep trying your best, you can't always have green, but if you keep trying, people recognize that you're trying. Like, and that's one thing that I'll never step back on is trying, right? Even whether things work or they don't work, I will always give it a shot, because I do not want to be that guy to sit back one day and say, oh, what if I did this? What if I did that? Like, no, I want to try everything and anything. As long as we have the resources, the manpower, and the willpower to do it, I'm going to do it. And realistically, like, I've already, through the years, built such a connection with this community and with the people that it's like, I feel like I would let everybody down if I didn't try, if I didn't give them my all to try to at least give them, continuously keep giving them opportunities to make it big. Not just with one project or two projects, just like continuously like trying to make it so that people can find wins in this space. So nobody does this shit. Like, nobody in this space does what we're trying to do. Like, everybody's out to look out for themselves and themselves only. Not to say that we don't care about ourselves. We very much do it. We have to eat and feed our families as well. But our number one priority is to make sure that you guys are given opportunities to find success too, because that's what puts the biggest smile on my face. And I even told those guys in the meeting the same exact thing today. Like, to me, at the end of the day, what matters to me is, does the community win? Because this win, it doesn't matter for me. It matters for the future of what we're trying to build and what we're trying to accomplish. Right now, what we're doing is peanuts. Eventually, when everything comes together and everything is like perfect, and we're back in a bull market, and there's just crazy things happening left and right, we're going to be set up in such a position with such a resume that I could launch a coin and put a picture of a cat's butt on it, and it'll probably reach $1 billion market cap. That's the goal, like, that's the goal, is to try to get to that state where anything we touch, people want to be a part of, not just for my sake, but for the community's sake. And like, I didn't do this alone. I did this with all of you guys, right? It's like, it's a community effort at this point. So I want the ShibaDoge community to be put in history as one of the best communities in all of crypto. They're the pioneers. I always used to say, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're the pioneers. We're the pioneers. Like, that's literally what we can be. And people could talk about this community and what we've done through the ups and the lows for a very long time. We just got to keep doing shit. We got to stay open-minded. We got to keep developing, advancing. Things change, man. Strategies change on the fly. Literally, something works today, the next day it's a whole new meta, it's a whole new thing, and people are into buying plastic coins or rock coins or cloud coins or whatever. Like, it's so dynamic in this space. But realistically, the one thing that doesn't change is the people who are behind those projects. There's either good people behind the projects or there's bad people behind the projects. And 9 out of 10 times it's bad people behind the project. So, as long as we keep fighting through, good always prevails. And I think we're going to do good.
Yeah, and the timing is great, bro. The timing is bang on, man. It's Degen season, like right now. For us, it's not a Degen. For me, this is not a Degen, because I know exactly what's going on. I know the dev team. I know that this ain't going to be a rug and all this stuff, right? For them out there, it's a Degen play, because they don't know much about ShibaDoge, like, right? They don't know much about the dev team. So for them, they're going to come in, it's going to be a Degen move. For me, it's not. But like you said, bro, like, when they come into the TG and they start talking to us and getting to know everyone, they're going to tell their friends. And I can just see it flipping with you guys and the team behind it. the connections that you've just made today, and I've been hearing the connections, the people that you're talking to, bro, with them connections, bro. Like this, I mean, I can't see you not going to billions, bro. Like, I gotta be careful, but I don't want to hype these guys up too much, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And let's say it doesn't hit a billion, even if it hits 100, 200, 300, 400, that's still good, you know. Like, but I see the potential for it to hit billion. Like, it just matters on if the stars align, you know. Like,
Yeah.
that's all it comes down to. It's, you know, that 100 million to a billion. It all matters if just the stars align, dude. That's all it is. So realistically, we're going to give it our best shot. We're going to give it our absolute best shot. Whether it hits a billion or it doesn't, that's up for debate. And I guess we'll see where that goes. But yeah, what I can guarantee you is we're going to give it our all. So you know, when we give something our all, we really give it our all.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And I would say, like, to me, this is not a Degen token. This is a token that, you know, in everyone's mentality, it's like we're gonna launch this token, and they're gonna wait till it gets to a certain market cap, and they're gonna dump. Like, everyone's thinking like that, and I'm gonna say to everyone, don't think like that. Think that we want to take this to the billions, hold that floor, take profits at certain market caps. Obviously, it's gonna pump. Take some profits, take your initials out, but don't wreck the chart, man, because if we can take this to hundreds of millions or even billions, then you can literally become rich from it. So, and that's what we're doing. Like, Leo's working with these people, in like, these people want to take projects to billions. That's their goal. That's what they want to do. So why would you want to settle for a 2x or a 1x? Come on, guys, let's take it to the billion, man. Let's take it.
At the end of the day, everybody it's their own decision. But yeah, that's the right motto. That's the same motto that I used in Shiba, and that's what worked for me. If I sold my Shiba bag early, I can't tell you how much I can't even fathom if I were sitting here right now and I know I sold my bag for like $100,000 when if I could have held for another few months and it would have turned into 20 million or 10 million or whatever amount, right? So realistically, that's the model that worked for me. Holding worked for me, but it could also go both ways. So, you know, everyone will make their own decision, but realistically, like, everybody here knows how this shit works. Like, we're not rookies anymore, man.
But, you know, when you said before in one of the AMAs before that it's a fun token and the Degen token, so, and everyone's mentally programmed that into the head, because I've been listening to the community and they're thinking that when it gets to like 5 mil, I'm gonna dump. You know what I mean? I'm gonna dump my whole bag, because they're thinking that you're gonna do that and then throw that one away because you're not taking it, you're not serious about it. But I'm trying to make them understand you guys are serious about it, and you guys are serious about taking it to hundreds of millions.
Here's one thing that I'll say. Anything that we do, anything that we launch, whether we call it meme, Degen, whatever, we're not just going to be like, oh, here, guys, here's Leaf token, go buy it, and we're not going to do any marketing. We're not going to care what happens. Like, that is not the case. Like, every token we launch from now moving forward is going to be launched with the intention of making it as successful as possible. Whether that success lasts 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, that's for the projects, the community to decide. All I know is we launch everything with the intention and the goal of trying to make it a $1 billion token. And that's what we're going to attempt to do with not just this next launch, but the launch after that, and the launch after that, and the launch after that, and the launch after that one. So, and that we're not going to launch anything until we're ready for the next one. Like, it's not like I'm going to launch this and then 2 days later be like, by the way, guys, here's the next one. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah. Thanks for telling. Thanks for saying that, because that's what they're thinking, bro. That's what they're thinking. They're thinking you're just launching it for fun, and you're gonna pump it to whatever 5-10 million, and be like, okay, everyone's dumped now. Let's move to the next one. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they're thinking, and I'm trying to make them understand that is not your plan, bro. Your plan. You guys want to take this to billions if you can. You know, like, you guys are serious about taking it to like making it massive. You know, it's not the kind of fun token that everyone's thinking. It is fun, of course. It's a meme token. It's funny. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun in the Telegram and all that. But like, I just don't want everyone to think that when it gets 5 million, okay, we're gonna all just dump and just kill it. That's not what it is, guys.
In my eyes, that would be impossible, because even if like it realistically at like 5 million, that 5 million with the amount of marketing that we're going to be doing, like if somebody dumps, that dip is going to be eaten pretty quickly, like in my opinion. But yeah, realistically, like guys, think of every single launch like a new chapter in the book, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what we're going with. Like each chapter has a meaning, and everything that we bring to life and that we connect the ShibaDoge name to, the ShibaDoge name is going to live forever. Mm-hmm. But anything that we connect the ShibaDoge name to, you best believe that we're giving it our reputation is on the line. So anything we connect the ShibaDoge name to, we have to make sure that we give it our all. Like, and that's just how it's going to be. I'll never do anything half-assed. That's not who I am. That's not who Peter is. That's not who Max is. That's not what we do. That's not who Alex is. That's not what we do. Anything we do, we try to make sure we do it right. We do it legit, or don't even do it at all. Like, if we're not going to do it right, then we just won't do it at all. So and like I would love to launch 5 projects a week. That would be fun. But realistically, would it be good? No, they wouldn't get any attention. Imagine having 3 kids a year. Like, I mean, physically that's impossible, but you want to be able to give your attention to all your kids, right? But realistically, it's like if you space them out good enough, then it's fine. It's kind of the same way. And then don't forget, like, these launches, they're not cheap. Like, we go pretty heavy on these launches. It costs us a pretty penny out of our pocket. Operation costs. We have contractors that we hire. We have a workforce of like 15 people that are on our actual payroll. It's not cheap. We can't just like launch Mickey Mouse stuff and expect for it to like, do good or just not care about it, because every time we do something like this, we're a couple $100,000 into it. So we, even though it's, like, it's not an insane amount of money, it's a lot of money to just like, put up on something if you don't believe in it. Like, we believe in all the shit that we do. So that's the reason that we do it. If we didn't believe in it, we wouldn't do it.
Exactly.
We wouldn't put $200,000-$300,000 of our own money up just for a chuckle. Even though I've spent money here and there on stupid things, it's different. It's different when you like have when you try to do it and you try to make it big, and you try to make it big not for only yourself, but you try to make it big for everybody who's involved. It's different, right? And especially since we're doing this to make our brand bigger as well. Like, that is, at the end of the day, like, the number one goal of the launchpad is to make our brand the worldwide global brand. So
imagine that, bro.
Reputation lies on it, man. Yeah, imagine that. Exactly.
Imagine like this token with the people behind it right now. I mean, I know who you guys are talking to. You're talking to a shitload of people that I know from other projects. Like they've helped the dev team take it to billions and hundreds of millions. Some of them, with that, and with you guys, man, you guys are flipping powerful on your own. You're taking ShibaDoge to 250 mil, bro, in a bear market. At the end of the day, you guys done that. You know what I mean? Like, obviously the community helped push it, but like without dev team like you guys, it would not have happened, man. So with the combination of people that are involved in this, man, I mean, I can see this going to hundreds and hundreds of millions, if not billions. But the reputation, imagine, bro, going on Twitter Spaces and seeing this new token name, the next, whatever it is, the token name you guys call it, the next Leo token, for example. Like right now, if you go on Twitter, they're putting the next Pepe, the next whatever. Bro, I'm pretty confident soon it'll be the next Leo token, the whatever the token is. We want to be the next Leo token. Imagine after that, bro, the amount of tokens that you guys launch off that launchpad. What do you think is going to happen, man? How many thousands and thousands and thousands of people are going to come into this ecosystem? You think they're not going to buy ShibaDoge? You think they're going to literally sell
Yeah,
out?
exactly. And that's the whole goal, man. That's the whole goal, is to build something that everybody wants to be a part of. Everybody wants to be a part of. And it's no easy task, but you know, we're taking the first step in doing that. And the important thing is we're giving it our all. So that's the most we could do, you know. And we have a lot of strategies, man. We're smart people. Like, realistically,
Yep.
in the outside world, in the business world, we're myself, Max, Alex, Peter. We're I hate to say it because it sounds cocky, but we're smarter than the average Joe, man. Like, we get shit done. Like, we've made some very, very lucrative business deals in our life. Like, we understand what it takes to do business and to do things right. And you know, it's definitely not a even though it's a meme coin, a lot of what we do in our like real world life, our business life, translates over to this as well. Because at the end of the day, the people you work with to get your name out there, they're all just doing business. They don't care about what your coin is or what you're trying to accomplish with it. They're all about their money, right? Yo, this is my job. I'm a marketer. I'm an agency. I'm this. I'm that. Like, this is my cost. You want my services? This is how much it is. And realistically, like, that's how the world operates. You know, even in the crypto world, that's how it operates. The only project that probably didn't have that is Bitcoin. But Bitcoin doesn't need that, because Bitcoin was like, it's like the holy grail of crypto, right? So can't really compare it. But everybody else, you know, even Ethereum, it became what it is today because of the people who brought it to light, not the guy who created it.
Yep.
If nobody knew about Ethereum, then the technology wouldn't have mattered.
Yep, exactly, bro, exactly. It's just a match. Everyone just needs to understand, man. Like, like you know, some people are asking like, how is this gonna help the ShibaDoge token? Because obviously, you got a lot of people invested in ShibaDoge. Even me, that's my biggest investment, right? But like, they need to understand, man. Like, thousands of people are gonna come into the ecosystem, which is the shillers couldn't even get. Like, those were spending the 2K a week on shillers. Like, we wasn't getting the buys coming in. You know what I mean? But this is guaranteed to get thousands of people into the ecosystem, like literally within flipping a couple of days, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, within hours, if you really think about it. I mean, realistically, like, once we start marketing it, imagine how many thousands of eyes it's going to go across. Like, whether they buy or they don't buy, they're going to click to check it out, right? They're going to be like, let me see what this is. Yeah, and it's going to get implanted in the back of their heads. Like, okay, this is the team. These are the guys. These are the projects they've worked on in the past. And the guy is probably going to be like, you know what? I'm going to pass on this one. And then 2 days later, he's going to come in and check on it and be like, holy shit, I shouldn't have passed on this one. Let me go see what these guys are all about. You get what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. That's how it works.
Yeah, bro. I don't see any other project out there, bro. Like, yeah, the problem with our project is that not many people know about it, right? That's what I found, because I've been asking people, you know ShibaDoge? No, what's ShibaDoge? Like, this is gonna make sure they flipping know who ShibaDoge is. Everyone's gonna know.
A lot of the OGs and a lot of the people who have money, they know who we are. Right. A lot of the newer guys who kind of like just became part of the scene in the past few months and are up and coming.
Yeah.
They haven't really heard about us because it's been a different meta. You know, it's been a bear market. Nobody's been talking about anybody until like Pepe launched and everybody started talking about Pepe. Yep. But before then, it was like nobody was talking about anybody. So it was like literally a crypto winter. Yeah. So it's nice to see that not only the weather is warming up, but like the meme coin genre of things is really starting to catch fire too. So like I always say, timing is key. And you said it too today. You know, it's like the timing can't be better than right now.
Perfect, bro. Perfect timing. When I'm going into these communities, they keep saying it's Degen season, bro. that's exactly what we're doing. We're launching it at the bang on right time when these degens are out there. Like there's a token that literally came out, bro, called Degen. Like this degen season right now, perfect time. You know,
Exactly.
like like I don't know if you know, you like yesterday I bought in a Bitcoin whale. Her name's Rachel. She's coming to our community now. She's chilling here. Like these are the kind of people I'm networking with right now, and I'm gonna be getting a lot of them into our project as well, man. Like I know, like people like, oh, why did you bring her in here, man? She's gonna buy the whole flipping supply, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, yo, chill out, man. Like Sonny, where's Sonny? Get him up, bro. Get him up here. Where is he? Sonny's like going crazy, bro.
Paranoid. Yeah. He's always paranoid, right?
Yeah, then I had to go and apologize to her because of his actions, man. You know what I mean? Like he's like saying, like she's gonna take the supply. She's the Bitcoin well. She's gonna buy everything up. I'm like, look, the lady is messaging me, asking me how can she help ShibaDoge. Literally, she sent me a DM and she goes to me because I hang out with them on Twitter now. I got to know these people, right? And we get on. So I told her, come on, can you come and check ShibaDoge out? So she came. You know what I mean? She came and she was chilling around and she was liking it, and I was and that's all good, man. But then she even DM'd me and said, Ruth, let me know how I can help ShibaDoge. No, not how I can help the launch, like ShibaDoge. So I told her like we got ShibaDoge token, we got Burn token, we got NFTs, and then she's messaged me back. She said, yeah, I've checked them all out. I'll be happy to invest. I like the ShibaDoge's name. I like the narrative and everything, so I'm willing to invest. And I was like, cool. But then obviously, you know what happened in the chat. Sonny was getting a bit hyped, and a few other people like, oh, we're not supposed to tell anyone. And then I had to go and apologize to her, and then she was awkward, man. Like I just told her he's a young kid. Don't worry about him. He's a bit. He wants to get in. He wants to get into that launch.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. It's fine. It is what it is.
What I'm saying is, let's welcome them, man, guys. Let's welcome these people.
That's it, exactly. Oh, let's open our doors as if it's a party and everybody's invited.
Yeah, because they hold the floor, man. Like these whales, these good whales, they help a project a lot, man. You'd be surprised. Like obviously, there's good and bad whales. The bad ones are gonna dump. The good ones hold the floor, and even they may get pissed off and start buying a shitload more of that dip. They actually help the project. So we need to. I'm gonna get more whales into this project, and I just want people to be nice to them, man. Like at the end of the day. Like look at Chris, for example. Look at TD. Like these guys. I mean, TD may not say he's a whale. Out in my eyes, he is. And there's a few other people. Like these guys are here, man. These guys are buying the NFT floor up, literally. Like Chris will be buying it. TT21 he bought like 22 the other day or something. Like these guys are buying the floor, man, and they're not gonna just dump on the community. So we should respect whales that are coming in saying, "I want to help the community."
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm gonna call it here because my throat is starting to get really messed up for some reason. So I'm gonna go and probably find some tea and some Dayquil or something, and literally just man. I don't know what's going on.
Bro, before you go.
I was fine like a couple hours ago. They just like randomly started it. What's up?
It's all the hype, bro. It's all the bullish stuff that's coming, bro. That's what it is.
Maybe I was just on the phone for too long today, man. I just talked for like hours upon hours with people today.
You guys killed it. You guys killed it today, man. You, Max, and the team, man. You guys won shitloads of calls today, man. You guys are working your asses off, man. Respect to you guys, man. Everyone should give them hundreds, bro. I wish this was Spacey to giving you hundreds.
This is nothing compared to when the thing actually launches. So I'm actually enjoying my time right now because once we're live, then it's gonna be nonstop, man. Yeah.
This guy's been messaging me every week. He messaged me just now. He wants to know what's going on with the crates? I know obviously you guys are busy, you know, with this, so it may be delayed, but can you just
so that earlier when I mentioned that there's some stuff that we're tying in with for ShibaDoge towards the end of the month that we want to announce. It has to do with the crates as well. So we'll have more info on that when I announce what I was talking about earlier in the AMA.
sounds good.
That's going to be more towards the end of the month. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You know, there's so much going on, man. Like, it's all good, man. You gotta do things right. So,
Yeah.
you know, like look at our NFTs, bro. Our NFTs are sick. You know, our ShibaDoge NFTs, all our NFTs. You can deploy them. You can flip in attachments. You got attachments for them. You got burn-ons. You can put it on hats, whatever. Like, I've not seen any project out there, bro, that's doing this kind of shit, man. So once we launch this token, bro, and we get these thousands of people, I'm pretty confident, man, we'll be selling that floor.
Exactly. And then, when the narrative shifts more back into NFTs, or when NFTs are a little bit more bullish back in the market, because right now NFTs are in a bad place, man. Not our NFTs in general, but all NFTs. They're in a bad place, man. So once like more bullish things start happening in the NFT space, then things will start picking up for sure again in terms of like what we've got going on with NFTs. Because now OpenSea is starting to promote dynamic NFTs, and you know what they're saying? They're saying anybody who is in the NFT game should start building dynamic NFTs. This is going to be the future of NFTs and this and that. And I was reading it. OpenSea literally pasted it themselves. I'll share the link in their press release.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I'm reading it. I'm all like, bro, this is what we were saying a year ago. You know now people are starting to realize how the dynamic NFT space is going to pretty much shape the future.
Yep.
And guess who did it? Guess who did it first? And I guess who did it in a way that people are not going to be able to replicate, because we spent I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars building this shit. We've got the greatest tech on the market for it.
Yep.
So Alex wrote an email to OpenSea, or is going to write an email. I don't know if he already sent it, and pretty much showcase our project and the tech that we've built for dynamic NFT users, and kind of like showcase our project and use it as an example for like the standard of like how other developers should start building dynamic NFTs and what they should entail. And also give them the ability to kind of like be like, hey, do you want to talk with the ShibaDoge dev team to get an idea of how they built what they built, or white label their technology or whatever. So, hopefully that works out. But realistically, if like they don't get back to our email, I mean, it looks like the people that we're talking to now have pretty close connections with the people over there at OpenSea. So one way or another, we'll get our message through to them.
Bro, I've been out there, man. I've checked a lot of shit out, man. I've been going crazy for the last month, and I'm telling you, bro, like, what we're doing here, there's flipping nothing out there like it, man. Like, the NFTs there's some projects doing well on the NFTs right now. I know a project that's doing well, but, bro, it's nothing compared to what our NFTs are, man. Like, our NFTs are so good, like, what you can do with them, the attachments, you can change the eyes, you can change the clothes, you can, like, there's nothing out there, man. So when we launched that token, and like when we done burn, I remember like literally sold hundreds and hundreds of NFTs to people that came in for burn. I know this launch is gonna bring in a shitload of more than burn. I'm pretty confident of that. It's Degen season, bro. They're all gonna come flowing in, and they'll be buying these because most people don't even know about them. They're not aware. They're not aware that we got this mad tech here, bro. They're not even aware of it. Like, I've spoken to a lot of people. I'm like, do you know about the ShibaDoge NFTs? You can do. They're shocked, bro. They're like, what are you talking about? What? You can just change. Well, you can change the hands. You can change the arms. What are you talking about, bro? Are you serious? Like, people are shocked. So imagine when all these people come in, and we then like me and other community members start telling them about these. What do you think these people are gonna do, bro? They're gonna buy them, you know. And one more thing I was gonna say regarding ShibaDoge and Burn. Well, the team that we spoke with today, like they can also, when the time is right, obviously when the market picks up, they can also help with them, like take off as well. Like they can.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I was already thinking after the call. Is like we just start campaigns with Burn and ShibaDoge as well with these guys on board, and we could definitely make some noise.
Yep, and they got the connections with a lot of the influencers. That I the influencers mentioned. I speak to them, so I know who they are, right? But he was saying like he knows a lot of these guys, and bro, man, these guys are on the spaces every day, literally, and they're all connected. There's your pop, there's Stecky, there's Henok and Maxi and all these guys, right? If these guys speak, then these guys will also come and support them because they're friends in the space. Do you see what I mean? So when we launch this token, bro, there's gonna be a lot of talk going on X. Like all these guys will be talking about this our new token. And
bro, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They're not. They can't stop talking about it when it actually launches.
Yeah, bro. And now I know a lot of them as well, and I'll be talking about it. I'll be like, yeah, bro, it's the one I was telling you guys about. I've been in 2 years for. It's these same guys, right? And man, I could just see what's gonna go on, man. And yeah, I just need to get the tokens first before I talk too much, man. These guys are spying on me, man. All of these guys.
Bro, I think you're FOMOing. Fucking Roof is FOMOing. Like,
bro,
yeah. Roof is FOMOing. He doesn't even know the name of the fucking project yet.
Bro.
Oh man, but guys, seriously, it's hurting my throat to talk
All
right
right, bro.
now. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get some tea, man. I don't know what the heck is going on, but I don't know. I gotta go get on top of it because there's no way that this could get worse. Like I'll lose my cool if I get sick. Like there's no way. So let me go get on top of this right now. But anyway, thank you guys all for tuning in. I appreciate everybody coming in. I know I wasn't able to answer too many questions today, but I will be reading the chat here in like an hour. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to type it in and I will get back to you. As always, if you miss Doge, that sucks. If you miss Shiba, damn, that also sucks. If you miss ShibaDoge and everything else Roof was talking about for the past 2 hours, then I hate to break it to you, but you follow the statistic of suck.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Love, peace.
peace.
Love, peace.